This is kind of crazy, okay? Because this is the second video in 2 weeks talking about a chick who hasn't had work in the past 2 years, okay? I hadn't thought about Tatiana Maslany. I haven't thought about She-Hulk in a very long time, but in such quick succession, here we are again. She-Hulk actress Tatiana Maslany says parents have no place in preventing transgender propaganda from poisoning their kids' minds. So yes, go ahead and take parenting advice from a 30-something-year-old spinster. That always seems to end up working out well. Something about these woke white women, man, ruining everything. Actress Tatiana Maslany, best known for roles as She-Hulk, the non-CGI atrocity She-Hulk, and Sarah Manning in Orphan Black. I hear better things about that, but I have no idea what that is. Made it clear that she believes parents have no place in stopping transgender propaganda from poisoning their children's minds, while receiving a plaque to recognize her induction into Canada's Walk of Fame. Why? Are my tax dollars going to that? Which she received in 2022. So she got the star on the Walk of Fame 2 years ago when she was last relevant, and now she's getting a plaque for it. What? Maslany condemned the government for the Parental Bill of Rights. Yeah, that's in my province. Okay, that's in Alberta right there. That requires schools to receive consent from parents to lie to their child about sex. Maslany added, it should not be the control of the parents whether the child, how a child identifies. I'm sorry, what? How a child knows themselves to be. That isn't their parents' place. It's an overreach. Bitch, you pretend for a living, okay? We heard your interviews, how you tried to make She-Hulk all about yourself, and that was evident from the product that was put on the screen. But speaking of somebody who used to be a child at one point in time, I was very embarrassed about my heritage, okay? My genetic makeup, basically speaking, there's about 4 quadrants to it, okay? Scottish, Irish, that I get from my father's side, and then Native and Ukrainian that I get from my mother's side, okay? My mother's mother, my baba, first generation Ukrainian. Her parents flew Ukraine, emigrated to Vegreville. Oh my God, what was that, back in the 40s or something like that? Yeah, it's about as, authentically Ukrainian as it gets. And if you don't watch any of my other videos, don't let it cloud your mind in thinking that I'm, partial to that specific little corrupt hellhole. But anyways, okay, I say all of that to say this. When I was growing up, okay, very aware of my roots, okay, there was nothing cool about being Ukrainian, being Native, Irish, or Scottish, or anything like that. At the time, I was big in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Power Rangers. I wanted to be a ninja, okay? I want to be Bukaranian. I wanted to be a ninja. And if I was growing up in 2024 and I told my, elementary school teacher, if I would have told my 3rd grade teacher, Mr. Tordoff, I want to be a ninja. I don't want to be Ukrainian. I don't want to be Native anymore. I don't want to be Irish or Scottish. No. I want to be a ninja. According to Tatiana Maslany, I should be sent a self-discovery journey. I should have those opinions of my 6, 7, 8-year-old mind should be more valid than empirical reality. And now here I am at 34, and I am more than happy about my heritage because I'm more than happy about who I am. It's almost like you should take the opinions of children under advisement and not simply listen to as empirical truth. Then again, why would she know any of that stuff? She probably repressed a lot of her childhood. Box of wine at the time. But you would think, okay, all of this talk is significantly out of vogue because here we are in July. It's kind of crazy to think that half of the year is over, but that's the case. Reconcile with that, guys, okay? We're halfway through 2024, and thankfully, we made it out the other side of Pride Month. That was, generally speaking, for the most of the month, for like 29, 28 days of the month. It was rather tame. Okay, especially to compare and contrast it to 2023, a lot of those pride parades, a bunch of the big over-the-top big gay stunts didn't end up happening. Okay, there was no Bud Light boycott, there was no Target or Walmart or other big box store losing their mind trying to slap a rainbow on everything or trying to tuck some junk into a swimsuit. Didn't really happen much this year. But thankfully, if any of that hangover is going to end up happening, we can get it from Activision, who is labeling July as Disability Pride Month. So don't worry, guys. Just because Pride Month is over, Pride season can continue. July is recognized as Disability Pride Month. I beg your pardon, as it is time to celebrate the history, achievements, and diversity within the disability community. I mean, don't you already have a big enough champion in the form of the current president of the United States? Here at Activision, we strive daily to improve the accessibility features in our games in order to break down barriers. I mean, what about, okay, because you guys seem like you're awfully bigoted, okay? I gotta call it hypocrisy when I see it, okay? Because I've seen you guys go in and you're trying to patrol the different chat rooms, especially with modern warfare, which is a strange thing to say, but that's where we're at right now. But you know what? You are definitely being bigoted, and you are definitely being prejudiced against people with Tourette's, because what you're doing to voice chat lobbies by banning certain words, by policing what's going on in those classic lobbies, I would say that is a bridge too far, okay? I don't think that you're necessarily living up to your own perceived standards, okay? Then again, okay, because it is an entire month, July has many weekends, and because Pride Month, first month in the Pride season, didn't necessarily have all the insanity in regards to the parades. Maybe we could go ahead and have that carry on, because it looks like they kind of backloaded a lot of the craziness, because yeah, we had the big Pride parade, the big one down there in San Francisco, and brother, they saved all the degeneracy for this past weekend. Holy. Senator Scott Wiener. If that's not a name that doesn't ring any bells, let me just remind you of the type of legislation that this creep has brought over the past decade. He has made it so that same-sex relationships between a man and a minor are not criminal. He has made it so that it is no longer a felony to transmit AIDS or HIV to a partner. He has decriminalized that. Good for him. And he has also been a gigantic champion of the messages the likes of the San Francisco Gay Men's Choir made ever so popular a few years back. We are coming for your kids. So yeah, he's definitely something, and as you can tell by that last name, I mean, is anybody surprised? Senator Scott Wiener, State Senator Scott Wiener, thank God he's not at a federal level yet, attended and promoted the big gay parade where men gave each other, on each other, and walked around completely, I beg your pardon, in front of children. And the police said that public levels of undress, shall we, is legal. I'm sorry, what? Public pantslessness is legal because it's not for self-gratification. What? Okay, I mean, okay, so they're gonna go ahead and allow, okay, at a family-friendly Pride event, which I was looking, it's like, was this repurposed from last year? And it's like, no, Seattle just decided to go ahead and run this back again. So, no. San Francisco and Seattle, same politics, same type of parades, but now I just want everybody to go ahead and brace themselves real quick for going back to what was happening in San Francisco, because I can't play this video, even though there is a censorship bars that are over there, but that's just for where the seats on the bikes used to be. Yeah, no, they're just riding around in front of kids. You can see a few of them that are right out there, and those single moms are just more than willing to drag their kids kicking and screaming to these types of debaucherous events, but they really should be placed on watch list if they brought them to San Francisco. Please brace for impact. Yes, I'm putting a trigger warning ahead of this one, because San Francisco Pride features, yes, public acts, and police refuse to intervene because, well, I don't even know, man. In a fetish zone at San Francisco Pride on Sunday. Remember, guys, it's just about love. Love is love, and people just want to marry who they love, right? A man lay in water in an inflatable kiddie pool where he encouraged men and women to, if they couldn't get to a porta potty, he would suffice. At one point, he got on his knees and took another man's... Yep. This was in public. Yeah, and... Oh my God, videos were all over social media. I'm so glad I stayed away from social media mostly over the weekend, but unfortunately in having to research for these videos, I've seen way more than I ever wanted to in my entire life. The area for those 18 years and older also featured spankings, whippings, and simulated acts. While the sign out front specified entrance must be 18 plus, Savannah Hernandez reported the event. There was no one checking IDs and anyone was allowed to wander in and see the freak flags fly. Hernandez recorded one woman squat over a man as he laid in a pool of urine and water, and had somebody, evacuate their bowels over him. The bearded naked man showed no shame at all as he frolicked in the yellow and black group. Yes, that's the name of it, huh? Tenant Media's Taylor Hansen recorded the fetish video festivals at the pool as well. The bearded man and another man, both with their genitals covered and used to be colloquially referred to as cock socks, were in the yellowing water as the man approached to urinate. The bearded man on his knees and took the man's Hansen, who spoke to police officers on Saturday to ask about the public levels of undress. Again, approached the officers to find out what exactly was permitted. He explained to officers graphically what he saw and asked if it was legal, and they're like, yeah, it's whatever. Literally, right across the fence, you have a zone where people are giving each other, flesh-flavored lollipops. There you go. In public and relieving one another on each other in public. Is that legal? Is any enforcement going on there? And then the female officers said that there were different parameters for this event and that it was a pick your battle day. Unbelievable. San Francisco, huh? Technically, it's not a public event, right? You have to cross into it. It's in public. It's on public grounds. And this is what San Francisco is promoting. Good. There's a reason the city's in a doom loop. This is Sodom and Gomorrah, literally, okay? Hate to get biblical on y'all, but, I mean, it's a private event, an officer said. They took out permits. They do all of that. They have their security and everything. And there's something other they need from us for assaults or whatever is something that's inappropriate. They'll ask us, but it's their event as long as it's handled in the way that they want to. In there, we're not going to step in. But if there's someone's doing it on the corner over there, and there's a kid out there and there's complaints, we have a little bit more authority. Yep, those interviews, if you find them, you're going to find those little demure female cops that are out there just going, oh, it's totally fine. Okay, we voted for this, but while you might think that it's wrong, I will just go ahead and call you a bigot. So they can just go ahead and continue to frolic and stuff that you'd have to go onto the tube and click through several different filters in order to find right out there on Main Street. If you have anything to say about that, and if anybody in there feels uncomfortable of you filming them, we'll go ahead and we'll throw you in jail quicker than they're going to throw off their clothes. This is high level disgusting, okay? At this point in time, if you try to tell me that any of this crap is just simply a slippery slope argument, I'm also going to tell you that water that's on that slip and slide, it's not exactly water. It was taken from one of these San Francisco events. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.